my travels, I have seen the future.
The world's biggest robot football competition is about to kick off. Sure, the robots still have a way to go before they rival the likes of Messi and Ronaldo, but man, have they upped their game in recent years. 3,000 competitors, 15,000 spectators, dozens of countries. And for the first time in its 29-year history, it's happening in South Korea. Most people have never heard of it.
The really exciting thing about the soccer league is that everybody understands it. So everybody can watch a game and see, okay, that's how well robots perform now. And so it's easy to compare this with how good humans play soccer.
RoboCup started in 1997 in Nagoya, Japan. 23 years before Lightning broke the human half marathon world record, and 25 years before the ultimate robot knockout legend launched a professional combat league with a $1.4 million cash prize. The founders had a specific goal in mind: build a team of fully autonomous humanoid robots capable of defeating the reigning human World Cup champions by 2050.
Well, I think RoboCup started at the right time because there was all over science this idea that competition would push science forward. But in addition to that, RoboCup had this intuition that soccer is the right challenge in order to push forward artificial intelligence and robotics.
When that goal was announced, the most advanced humanoid robot on Earth was Honda's Asimo prototype, the P3, a robot constantly shown kicking a ball, but clearly a very basic design. The 2050 deadline sounded overly ambitious, to say the least. But in 2026, it's actually looking more and more like a promising target. RoboCup has run every year since 1997. Through financial crises, through a global pandemic, through every disruption that has canceled or postponed other major sporting events, it has never stopped. The competition now spans multiple leagues: robot football at various scales, rescue robotics, domestic service robots, and industrial logistics robots. Each one a different research challenge, each one pushing the boundaries of what autonomous machines can do. The football leagues are the ones that matter most to robot sports specifically.
So RoboCup started small, with a small size league, middle size, and simulation. Even those days, we were about altogether 30 teams of simulation, and together in the robots about 12 teams. So it was very small. Now, RoboCup International, we have to limit how many people come here.
For most of RoboCup's history, the Humanoid Football League ran on Now robots. Small, white, roughly 58 centimeters tall. They were capable machines for their time. They were also, to be direct, slow, and their football looked nothing like human football. That's been changing over the past couple of years, though. And RoboCup 2026 marks the debut of the Humanoid Soccer League, a newly unified competition merging what were previously two separate leagues into a single framework. The stated reason was simple. Both leagues were working on the same problem from different angles. A unified structure allows for direct comparison and faster collective progress. More significantly, the hardware has changed completely. The RoboCup Federation has formed official partnerships with three of the most capable humanoid robotics manufacturers in the world: Booster Robotics, Fourier Intelligence, and Unitree Robotics. Booster, whose T2 robot faced off against the former Chinese national goalkeeper in the penalty shootout seen earlier, is providing a dedicated pool of K1 and T1 robots that competing teams can borrow for the competition. The T2 model isn't quite ready to perform at RoboCup this year, but its entry into the competition is highly anticipated. Hopefully we'll see it next year. Unitree is introducing the R1 robot specifically for RoboCup competition, alongside their existing G1 and H1 platforms, which are already confirmed eligible. The full list of eligible robots reads like a roll call of the most capable humanoid machines currently in existence. The robots playing football in Incheon this week are the same class of machine that broke a world record in Beijing 2 months ago. The gap between RoboCup's competition footage and what you'd see at a professional human match is closing faster than anyone outside the robotics research community has likely realized. The Humanoid Soccer League runs 3 divisions: small, middle, and large, defined by robot height and weight rather than manufacturer. Large division robots can be up to 190 centimeters tall and 80 kilograms in weight. That's roughly the size and mass of a professional human footballer. So where does RoboCup 2026 sit against that 2050 target? The honest answer is closer than any edition of the competition has sat before, and the rate of closure is accelerating. Consider what has happened since the last RoboCup in Salvador, Brazil in 2025. A robot broke the human world record for the half marathon. A robot beat a world-ranked table tennis professional in a competitive match. A humanoid robot learned one of football's hardest trick shots. A professional humanoid combat league launched its first season with a 7-figure prize pool. None of that was true 12 months ago. RoboCup's founders in 1997 imagined progress measured in decades. The progress of the last 12 months looks more like years compressed into months. Whether that rate continues or whether it hits a wall, as robotics has hit walls before, is genuinely unknown. But the 2050 target, which required a very particular kind of ambition to state publicly in 1997, now requires an almost cynical mindset to dismiss. There are still enormous gaps. A RoboCup match in 2026 does not look like a human football match. The robots move more slowly. Decision-making in dynamic multi-robot environments is still a hard, unsolved problem. The gap between a robot that can execute a Ghost Rabona trick shot on its own and a robot that can play tactically within a team against other robots is substantial, but the direction is clear, and the speed is accelerating. RoboCup 2026 runs from June 30th through July 6th at Songdo Convensia in Incheon, South Korea. For anyone who wants to watch the competition streams online, RoboCup has consistently made its competition footage available through its official channels and YouTube presence. Specific stream links will be posted at robocup.org as the event begins. The Humanoid Soccer League large division is the competition that matters most for understanding where robot sport is heading. These are the biggest, most capable machines, the ones closest to human scale, playing autonomous team football with no human intervention during matches. Watch how they navigate each other. Watch how they handle the ball. Watch what happens when they fall. The falls are still there. That's worth saying honestly. These robots are extraordinary machines and they still fall over. The question that matters isn't whether they fall, it's how they recover, how long recovery takes, and whether it's getting faster edition by edition. RoboCup 2026 is running alongside the FIFA World Cup this year. An interesting coincidence. 29 years of competition, a 2050 deadline that looked like fantasy when it was set. And this year, for the first time, the robots arriving in Incheon are the same generation of machines breaking world records and learning football trick shots in a single day. The hardware's changed. The ambition hasn't. Whether the robots playing in Songdo Convensia this week look more like the future than what we've seen before remains to be seen. That's what makes this worth watching. Robot sport is no longer a distant promise. It's an event with a date, a venue, and 3,000 competitors who've spent years preparing for it.